Tonight we present
The Uranium Project. August 1944, Berlin, Germany. On a dark and stormy night, the lifeless body of Dr. Klaus Reinhardt, a key scientist in the Uranium Project, was found in his laboratory. The scene was grim. The corpse lay on the floor, surrounded by scattered papers and destroyed scientific equipment. Most puzzling was the look of terror on Dr. Reinhardt's face and the inexplicable burn marks on his body. Gestapo officer Hans Müller was assigned to investigate this mysterious murder. Berlin, in the summer of 1944, was a city at the heart of the Third Reich, but also a place of growing tension and paranoia. The war was at its peak, and Allied bombings were a constant threat. The Uranium Project, Germany's secret program to develop nuclear weapons, was vital to the Nazi war effort. The scientists working on the project were closely monitored, and any sign of sabotage or espionage was dealt with severely. Dr. Reinhardt's laboratory was located in an underground facility, secured by multiple layers of protection. Only a select few had access to this restricted area, making his murder even more unsettling. Hans Müller, a Gestapo officer known for his meticulousness and cold demeanor, understood that he had to solve this case quickly to prevent panic from spreading among the project scientists. The murder of Dr. Reinhardt raised many questions. Who could have gained access to the laboratory? What motive could there be for killing such a valuable scientist? Müller began his investigation by interrogating Dr. Reinhardt's colleagues. He discovered that the scientist had been working on a highly classified experiment related to nuclear fission. Some colleagues mentioned that Reinhardt had been acting strangely in the weeks leading up to his death, as if paranoid or frightened by something. Müller also examined the laboratory for clues. He found Dr. Reinhardt's notebook, filled with incomprehensible formulas and diagrams. Among the pages was a half-written letter addressed to someone referred to as her doctor, in which Reinhardt mentioned making a disturbing discovery that needed to be communicated immediately. The letter ended abruptly, as though the scientist had been interrupted. As Müller delved deeper into the investigation, the tension mounted. He discovered that Dr. Reinhardt had been in contact with a group of dissident scientists who questioned the ethics of the Uranium Project experiments. These scientists, led by Dr. Friedrich Weber, had mysteriously disappeared weeks before Reinhardt's murder. Müller began to suspect a connection between these events. Furthermore, Müller found reports of strange lights in the sky near the underground facility. Some guards claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking around the area at night. Although these accounts seemed implausible, Müller could not dismiss them. He decided to follow every lead, no matter how far-fetched. Müller also uncovered that Dr. Reinhardt had been researching a rare mineral known as black uranium, which supposedly had unique properties. This mineral had been discovered in an abandoned mine in the Harz Mountains, and Reinhardt had been obsessed with its potential applications in nuclear fission. Müller decided to visit the mine to search for more clues. The visit to the Harz mine proved revealing. Müller found an improvised laboratory in a hidden cave, complete with scientific equipment and samples of black uranium. Among the documents was a letter from Dr. Weber to Reinhardt, mentioning that black uranium had properties that defied known physical laws. Weber warned that using this mineral could have unpredictable and dangerous consequences. Just as Müller was about to leave the cave, he heard a noise behind him. Turning, he saw a hooded figure watching him from the shadows. Before he could react, the figure vanished. Müller felt a chill run down his spine. He knew he was close to uncovering something significant, but also that he was in grave danger. The first phase of Müller's investigation raised more questions than answers. What had Dr. Reinhardt discovered about black uranium? Who was behind his murder? And most disturbingly, what role did the strange lights and shadowy figures play in this mystery? Müller knew he had to press on, despite the growing risks. Hans Müller returned to Berlin with a sense of urgency. The trip to the Harz mine had revealed crucial information, but had also raised new questions. Determined to unravel the mystery, Müller went directly to his superior, Obergruppenführer Heinrich Himmler, to report his findings. Himmler, known for his interest in the occult and paranormal, listened intently as Mahler described black uranium and Dr. Weber's warnings. "We must investigate further," Himmler said with a calculating look. "This black uranium could be the key to winning the war, but it could also be a threat if it falls into the wrong hands. Mahler, you have carte blanche to continue your investigation. Find those dissident scientists and uncover what they know." Mahler began tracking the missing scientists, following leads that took him across Berlin. He discovered that Dr. Weber and his group had been secretly working to sabotage the Uranium Project from within. They had left a series of encrypted messages in strategic locations, which Mahler managed to decode with the help of a Gestapo cryptography expert. The messages revealed that Weber's group had uncovered something terrifying about black uranium. Not only did it have nuclear properties, but it also seemed to be connected to paranormal phenomena. The scientists observed that the mineral emitted a strange energy that affected the human mind, causing hallucinations and erratic behavior. Fearing that the Nazis would use this energy to create mind control weapons, Weber's group decided to destroy all black uranium samples and disappear. Mahler also collected testimonies from individuals who claimed to have seen shadowy figures and strange lights near black uranium storage sites. These accounts aligned with reports from guards at the underground facility. Although skeptical by nature, Mahler could not ignore the mounting evidence that something extraordinary was occurring. As Mahler approached the climax of his investigation, he received an urgent call from an informant. The informant, a scientist who had worked with Weber, revealed that Weber and his group were hiding in an abandoned factory on the outskirts of Berlin. Mahler immediately organized a raid, taking a team of Gestapo agents with him. The raid was swift and efficient. The agents stormed the factory, capturing Weber and his colleagues. However, just as Mahler believed the case was closed, Weber made a shocking revelation. "We're not the only ones interested in black uranium," Weber said with desperation in his voice. "There are others, beings from another world, who are also after it. We've seen their ships and felt their presence. They are the ones who killed Reinhardt." Mahler was stunned. The idea of extraterrestrial involvement in the Uranium Project was difficult to accept, but Weber spoke with a conviction that couldn't be ignored. Mahler decided to take Weber and his group to a secure location for further questioning. During the interrogation, Weber and his colleagues provided chilling details about their encounters with the alleged extraterrestrials. They described bright lights in the sky and humanoid figures that seemed to dematerialize and reappear at will. They also mentioned that the extraterrestrials appeared to be interested in black uranium for its unique properties. Though skeptical, Mahler couldn't dismiss the consistency of the testimonies. He decided to return to the Harz mine with Weber and his team to investigate further. Upon arrival, they found the cave in disarray, as though it had been recently ransacked. However, they managed to recover some black uranium samples and documents that Weber had hidden. While examining the documents, Mahler and his team discovered a series of coordinates that appeared to indicate the locations of other black uranium deposits in Europe. They decided to follow these leads, hoping to uncover more answers. However, just as they were about to leave, they were ambushed by a group of Nazi soldiers sent to reclaim the black uranium. The confrontation was fierce, but Mahler and his team managed to escape with the samples and documents. They knew they had to act quickly to prevent the black uranium from falling into Nazi hands. They decided to destroy the samples and send the documents to the Allies, hoping they could use the information to dismantle the Uranium Project. Mahler's final report detailed the horrors of the Uranium Project and the unsettling revelations about black uranium. Although many lives were lost, they succeeded in halting Mahler's experiments. However, the report also warned that some documents and samples of black uranium had vanished, suggesting that the Nazis might attempt to continue their experiments elsewhere. The story of Hans Müller and the Uranium Project became a legend, a reminder of the dark secrets that war can conceal. The report was sent to the Allies, who used the information to dismantle similar facilities across Europe. Mahler's courage and determination were recognized, inspiring others to join the resistance. However, Mahler never forgot the horrors he had witnessed. He knew the fight against darkness was far from over and resolved to continue fighting for a future free from the terrors of war.
The questions don't end here, nor does our pursuit. If this story unveiled something you never expected to discover, then you're in the right place. Remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this tale with others who, like you, are drawn to the unknown. Here, mystery always finds its voice. Until we meet again, where the inexplicable will once again serve as our starting point.